Exercise 14. In this exercise, we're going to take a look at Creo Parametric 5.0 and its functionality when making a simple cavity from a bottle. Creo Parametric actually has its own mold module, used to be called ProMold, and basically it does a phenomenal job for plastic injection, castings, blow molds, you name it. It's much more automated. What I'm going to show you in this exercise is using the basics inside Creo Parametric. So it's not the best method. If you can, I would recommend getting the actual mold module because it is pretty nice. But this will give you a basic cavity for a blow mold. So as you can see here, we have a bottle and we're going to create the cavity similar to what you see there. Maybe a couple additional things we'll do, maybe an insert or something as well. So let's begin. I'm going to start off with a new assembly. And I'm just going to name it E14 mold. I'm going to begin by assembling this, and I'm going to bring in the very first part here, which is the bottle. And with the bottle, I'm going to go ahead and set this to the default so it locks in its origin to the origin of the assembly, making a nice front plane parting line, which runs right through the center of the bottle. I'm going to apply that. And now I'm going to go ahead and go to Create, and I'm going to call this the mold rear, so the back side of the mold, and just hit OK here. And once again, make sure it's set to default. Hit the green check mark to apply, and now we could activate the mold rear part. And we'll draw and create our block of material. So I'm going to go to the little arrow here. Now, if you don't see your feature tree over here, you can click on the little hammer, go to Tree Filters, and check Features, and hit OK. So that way you can bring up your feature tree inside the assembly. Now, I'm going to go to the front plane of that mold part, go to Extrude, and proceed to draw a rectangle for the material or the block of material that this is going to be cut from. And middle click. And we'll make it 10 inches wide. Oops. And we'll put this at 5 inches. And then this will be 0.675. Oops, actually, I'm sorry. Let's make that 1.5. And then finally, this will 13.5. All right, now I'm going to hit OK. And I'm going to flip this because I want to cut the rear side first. And I'm going to dart this out about 2.5 inches. Now for a blow mold, you need to have more material on the back because you usually run cooling lines that you drill through it. So hit the green check mark. And now we could actually exit out of editing that, so we could click on the E14 mold and activate it. Now what we want to do is we want to go to Component and Component Operations. Here you'll find Boolean Operation. Go ahead and select it. We don't want to merge, we actually want to cut the material, so we select Cut from the list. And the modified models will be the actual block of material for the mold, and then the modifying component, which is going to be subtracted from the modified model, which is the rear part. Click in this little box here and select the bottle. You could leave the rest of this OK and just hit OK. And hit Done and Return. Now to check or verify, we're going to go ahead and go to Edit Position and click on the actual bottle and drag it up. And now we should be able to see that we've created a cavity. Now notice it brings over some of the colors that I had on the bottle That's fine. Here there's a little line from the path that was left in there. If you hide that in advance, or if you go to the layers tree right up here, you're able to actually hide those. I'm not going to do that just yet, but basically that's how it works. Now I'm going to cancel out of that explode so I could restore it. And now I want to insert a beryllium, put a beryllium insert inside here. So the way we could do that is I'm going to fold that up. I'm going to go to Create, and from here I'm going to call this the rear insert. Hit OK. And once again, make sure that it's default. First position, hit the green check mark. Now, let's go ahead and edit that part. So click on the rear insert, click on the Activate button, and now hit the little arrow to the left of the rear insert and go to Front and go to Extrude. Now, it might rotate it 90 degrees or whatever. You could, if you want to rotate it back under Saved Orientations, just go to Front and it'll flip it right side up. All right, now we could kind of see the bottle there. That's okay. If you wanted to, you could always change the shading with the edges. Might be easier to see. And now let's go to the rectangle tool and draw in our insert. So I'm going to click from here to here. And we'll go ahead and make that insert about 7 inches wide. Offset 3.5. And the depth will only make it about 4 inches into the part. And the Beryllium Insert typically is used to for cooling issues. What we used to run into with blow molding is that up at the top near the head tooling, it would get very hot over time. And someone came up with the idea to use a Beryllium Insert to help dissipate the heat a little bit better. Okay, also what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go and add the a fillet, sketch fillet, so between here and here, and here and here. And this is just so that we can actually machine that a little bit easier. And so as far as that radius goes, I'm going to middle click. I'm going to change it to 0.75, and then as well as this one. All right, now I'm going to hit OK. And I'm going to flip that. And I don't want it to go quite as deep as the aluminum mold, so we'll make it just go 1.75 for the depth. I'm going to hit the green check to apply it, and now I'm going to proceed to edit the assembly. Now also, just so it's easier to see, I could go up here to the appearances and find the copper, and over here under the select the actual component, click on the insert, and then middle click to apply it. And there we could see our beryllium insert. Now we have to subtract that material away from this part and then subtract this away from that. So sometimes you could do them both at the same time, but I've run into issues with Booleans where sometimes it fails. So I'm going to try where I know it usually works when I do one at a time. But you're welcome to try them both at the same time. So again, go to Component, Component Operations, Boolean Operation, Cut, always select Cut, and then the Modified Models, we'll go ahead and select, in this case, this block here. And then the modifying component, we'll select our beryllium insert. And we could hit preview, and if that the zebra striping disappears, that means it worked. Hit OK. Now we need to Boolean this, or cut away the bottle section from that beryllium insert. So again, go to Boolean Operation, Cut, select the beryllium insert, and then click on Modifying Components and select the bottle. Notice that the bottle, by the way, is not shelled. So if you leave it shelled, you're going to get an insert inside there, and that's not what you want. So make sure you suppress the shell on the bottle if you make your own bottle for this. And I'm going to hit OK there, and I think we've got it. So I'm going to hit Done and Return. So with that being said, we're going to go to Edit Position, click on the actual bottle and drag it up, and you should see the insert looks intact. Click on the insert, drag it up, and you can see the opening there too. Essentially then what you do is you repeat these steps on the opposite side. I'm going to cancel out of the explode, and now we could go through the same steps. So I'm going to once again create a new part, and I'm going to call this the mold front underscore front. Hit OK. Make sure it's set to the default. Hit the green check. Edit the mold front by clicking on it and going to activate. And now you don't have to really draw anything. Quite honestly, what we're going to do here is on the front plane, we're going to go to Extrude. And I'll leave it rotated. Remember, you could always change it. And I'm going to use the projector, or we could just use rectangle and snap to those corners. And then if the mold ever changes, these have a relationship back to it, and they will increase in size as well. So once again, we'll hit OK. We'll make it the same, like 2.5 inches thick. This time it's going the opposite direction, which is good. Hit apply. And we could hide those other parts. But first, let's we've got the block of material. Let's edit, or I should say activate the assembly. And let's, from the model tree, select the mold rear and hide it. We could also select this and hide it as well. The rear not the rear insert. Oh yeah, that's right, the rear insert. All right, so we see our block material. Once again, go to Component, Component Operations, Boolean, Remove is cut. The modified models are going to be the block, and the modifying component is the bottle. Hit OK. If you want to verify again, edit the position and just drag it up. Looks good. We could cancel that. Now let's do the insert once again. So for that, we're going to actually, we'll leave the rear insert turned off just for a moment here, and we'll copy that same image though from it, the parameters. Okay, so for the new part, we go up here to Create, and we'll go ahead and name this the front underscore insert. Hit OK, and once again, make sure it's set to default. And we're going to go ahead and select, hit the actual, hit the green check. And now activate it. Activate the front insert. And let's actually show the rear insert so we could use it. Go to Show. Okay, now we're going to hit the little arrow to the left of the insert, select the front plane, go to Extrude. And we may want to actually go to a wireframe mode so we could steal the edges. We're going to go to Project and select these entities here. And then we'll draw in the rest. So I'm going to go to the Line tool and connect from here to here. The reason why I don't want it to accidentally select those the geometry inside there. So I just drew a line and then I middle clicked. That's the middle mouse button. Just click on it to end that chain. And then go ahead and draw another line right there, middle click. And now we should be able to see a preview. We could now hide the rear insert again. Oops, actually we have to finish the extrude here. So basically, let's go back to the extrude. And we could, let's see here. Oh, I'm sorry. Go back to the sketch, hit OK. And now you'll see it's going in the opposite direction. And we'll have it go about 2 inches deep. All right. it's now a good time probably to go back to shading with edges or shading with reflections, either one that you prefer. That's a little on the thick side. Actually, I think I went with 1.5 inches on the other side. Well, maybe not. We'll go with 2. All right, so that being said, we could now actually hide the rear insert. And we can hit apply here. And once again, if we would like to color that insert, let's edit the actual assembly. So go to Activate on the top of the assembly. We could go to the Appearances, select our copper, make sure you select Component, and it might be hard to select. Unfortunately, it's not selecting what I want, so I'm going to click there, and then middle click. So I selected it from the model tree, the front insert, and then I middle click to apply it. All right, Component, Component Operations, Boolean, Cut. Modified model is the block. Modifying component is the front insert. So we'll have to select it again from the model tree because it wanted to select the whole block. Hit preview, and again we see a nice monochromatic image of the block. Hit OK, so that was successful. Go back to Boolean Operation, Cut. Now don't forget Cut. Then Modify Models, select the Beryllium Insert, Modifying Components, click on the bottle, hit OK. Hit Done and Return. And now let's unhide all the parts. So click on the parts and click on Show. And now we could go to Edit Position, click on this part of the mold, drag it forward, click on the insert, there. Click on the back part of the mold, drag it backwards. Click on this one, drag it back. And now you could see we'll apply, and now we have our mold. Now to get rid of these, you got to be careful when you click on them. If you hide it, it hides everything there. So what I would recommend doing is going over here to this show and go to the layer tree and find all the curves and right click on them, and you could hide them. Now when I notice when I right click to hide them, all of a sudden I have this happen where it shows up, and if I recall correctly, if I save this and close it and reopen it, the highlighted entities go away. Another thing I've done in the past is I've actually just deleted that layer, and I think this works sometimes. Let's try it. Let's try the next one. And the next one. And there they are. So no longer do you actually see those lines. And we could hit Exploded View to collapse it. And we are done with our mold.